So we'll continue microwave transmission line. So here we'll study about the application and the properties of the Smith chart. I told that Smith chart is not a ordinary graph sheet. It is a combination of reactance and the resistance circles. So Smith chart consisting of resistance and reactance circle, that is R is equal to RL by Z naught and X is equal to XL by Z naught. Here where ZL is equal to RL plus J into XL. So in the problem usually they'll give ZL value, that is RL plus J omega L, the resistance value and the reactance value. Yes, the given load impedance, the ZL value has to be divided by characteristic impedance value Z naught before entering into the Smith chart. The process is called as normalization and the ratio of ZL by Z naught is called per unit load impedance. So plotting of an impedance. Any complex impedance can be shown by single point on the Smith chart. The intersection of R is equal to RL by Z naught circle and the X is equal to JXL by Z naught arc of a circle. So now in the problem, we'll consider one example. I have taken ZL is equal to 120 plus J60, 160. That is nothing but ZL is a combination of RL plus J into XL and the characteristic impedance Z0 is equal to 400. So normalizing in order to get resistance and the reactance values. So R is equal to RL by Z0. So 120 by 400 is equal to 0.3 and the reactance XL by Z0 160 by 400 is equal to 0.4. So you can see in the diagram point A. Point A in the figure shows the point correspond to a normalized impedance 0.3 plus J 0.4 on the chart. The intersection of R circle with the X value will be denoted as point A. So here 0 is the center and A is the intersection point. So you can see in the diagram I have marked here 0 A and B is the and O with O as center and OA as radius, a circle is drawn. So this circle cuts the horizontal axis at the 2 points, that is point B and point D. Point B is the maximum value and the point D is minimum value. And you can also observe in the diagram it is one F is open circuit and E is short circuit. So VSWR determination. With O as center and OA as radius, a circle is drawn which cuts the horizontal axis at R value of 3.9. So you can see in the diagram that is point B and this gives the value of VSWR. And the determination of reflection coefficient in magnitude and direction. So here in the diagram you can see OA is joined and extended to meet the outer circle at point 3. So here angle we need to take, this angle is 132.2. But already we know that reflection coefficient is nothing but magnitude of reflection coefficient and angle of theta. So we got only angle. So in almost all the Smith chart, down one line will be there, that is reflection magnitude. To find the magnitude, that is reflection coefficient line. So now to find the magnitude of reflection coefficient, the linear scale at the bottom of the chart is referred, which is marked as voltage reflection coefficient with the OA center and the radius exactly equal to OA. An arc is cut on the linear scale as shown in the figure. So you can see in the figure O as center and the O as radius, an arc is cut. So that value we need to take, that is 0.59. That is only magnitude of reflection coefficient. So reflection coefficient is equal to magnitude of reflection coefficient into the power of j theta, that is equal to 0.59 and angle of 133.2 degrees. So now next location of V maxima and V minima. The constant SWR circle intersects the central horizontal axis at point D and B as shown in the figure, and the point D correspond to voltage minima, already you have seen in the diagram, and B is voltage maxima. These we are getting these values because with O as center and O as radius a circle is drawn which will cut the horizontal line and 2 points, that is point B and point D. That points only are called as voltage minima and voltage maxima. So line impedance is V max is equal to R max by Z naught, that is 3.91, and line impedance at V minimum is R minimum by Z naught, that is R minimum is equal to 0.26. Next, open and short circuit line, that also I showed in the diagram. At point F on the horizontal axis, R is equal to infinity and X is equal to infinity, which represent the open circuit termination of the line. At point E, we have R is equal to 0 and X is equal to 0. This represent short circuit termination. So next, movement along the periphery of the chart. So movement in clockwise direction from the point E results in the number of wavelength towards the generator, and a movement in anti-clockwise direction from E in wavelengths towards load. So one full direction on the periphery correspond to lambda by 2. Matched load, when we are calling as matched load is when the resistance R circle value is 1. So we already know that R is equal to RL by Z naught. So RL is equal to Z naught. The resistive component of the load is equal to the characteristic impedance of the line. Now the next one is conversion of impedance to admittance. So impedance to admittance we need to find. So we already know that the intersection of resistance and the reactance value, we denoted it as point A, and that value is 0.3 plus J 0.4. Now point G is diametrically opposite to point A, has a value of 1.2 minus J 1.6. So it is the negative part we are getting. So R value is 1.2 and minus X value, reactance value is minus J 1.6. So we'll take an example. The location of a minimum instead of a maximum is usually specified because it can be determined more accurately. Suppose that the characteristic impedance of the line R naught is 50 ohms and standing wave ratio is equal to 2 when the line is loaded. The load is shorted. The minimum shift is 0.15 lambda towards the load. Determine the load impedance. So in this diagram, in this problem we can see, instead of giving ZL value, they have given directly standing wave ratio value, that is 2. First, we need to draw standing wave circle. You can see in the diagram standing wave circle is already drawn and it is denoted as standing wave ratio circle. When the line is loaded, the first voltage minimum shifts 0.15 lambda from the load and the distance between the two minima is 1 of the length. So plot standing wave ratio of 2, move a distance of 0.15 lambda from the minimum point along the distance scale towards the load and stop at 0.15 lambda. So you can see in the diagram 0.15 towards the load, stop at 0.15 lambda. So in this from here the 0.15 lambda is stopped and a line is drawn from 1 to that point. Draw a line from this point to the center of the chart. The intersection between the line and the standing wave circle is, so you can see in the diagram, intersection between the line and the standing wave ratio, that is denoted by Z. You can see intersection point dot, you can observe in the diagram. So that is ZL is equal to 1 minus J 0.65. So therefore the load impedance is ZL into Z naught. So is equal to 1 minus J 0.65 into 50. So 50 minus J 32.5.